Welcome to Meadows. Let's learn about the bones of skull. Skull is divided into cranial bones, facial bones, and the bones of the middle ear. Total number of bones in the skull is 29 bones, in which cranium includes 8 bones, face includes 15 bones, and middle ear includes 6 bones. Let us see the different bones in the cranium. These cranial bones is divided into single bones and paired bones. These single bones includes frontal bone, occipital bone, spinoid bone and ethmoid bone. These paired bones include parietal bones and temporal bones. Let us see the different bones in face. These facial bones too divided into paired bones and single bones. These paired bones includes zygomatic bones, maxillae, nasal bones, lacrimal bones, palatine bones, and inferior nasal concave. These single bones includes vomer, mandible, and hyoid bone. Let us see the different bones in middle ear, which is always paired, that includes malleus, incus, and stapes. Let us see the location and anatomy of cranial bones. You can see the frontal bone. This is a flat bone that makes up your forehead. It also forms the upper portion of your eye sockets. And the parietal bone, this is a pair of flat bones located on either side of your head behind the frontal bone. You can see the paired parietal bone in this picture. And the temporal bone, the orange one, this is a pair of irregular bones located under each of the parietal bones. The green one, your occipital bone, this is a flat bone too, like your frontal bone, but it is located in the very back of your skull. It has an opening that allows your spinal cord to connect to your brain via foramen magnum. And the sphenoid bone, the rose one, this is an irregular bone that sits below the frontal bone. It spans the width of your skull and forms a large part of the base of your skull. And the small red one in the left picture is your ethmoid bone. This is an irregular bone located in front of the sphenoid bone. It makes a part of your nasal cavity. These are the 8 cranial bones, in which 4 are single and 2 are paired. Let us see the location and anatomy of your facial bones. Here you can see the small red one, palatine bones, which is paired, located at the back of the nasal cavity at the hard palate, and the warmer in the middle, located at the bottom of the nasal septum and above the hard palate, which articulates with the maxillae, palatine, and ethmoid bones. And you can see the zygomatic bones, the green one, which is paired, located at the upper cheek, and it articulates with the temporal, frontal, maxillae, and sphenoid bones. And you can see the maxillae, which is yellow in color, which is paired but also fused, located in the upper jaw, articulates with the highest number of other bones. And you can see the mandible, the violet one, located in the lower jaw. It only articulates directly with its opposite partner at the chin. It forms a synovial joint with the temporal fossa of the temporal bone. And you can see the inferior nasal concave, which is paired, located at the top of the nasal cavity, articulates with the maxilla, palatine, lacrimal, and ethmoid bones. And you can see the nasal bones, which is also paired, located at the bridge of the nose, articulate with the frontal, ethmoid, and maxilla bones as well as with each other. You can see the lacrimal bones, which is also paired, located on the inside surface of the eye socket, articulate with the maxilla, ethmoid, and frontal bone, and with the inferior nasal concave. These are your facial bones, and also hyoid bone is not included in this. Let us see the location and anatomy of the bones of middle ear. You can see the malleus, incus, and stapes in this picture. The malleus is the largest and most lateral of the ear bones, attaching to the tympanic membrane via the handle of malleus. The head of the malleus lies in epitympanic recess, where it articulates with the next auditory ossicle, the incus. The next bone, the incus, consists of a body and two limbs. The body articulates with the malleus, the short limb attaches to the posterior wall, and the long limb joins the last of the ossicles, the stapes. The stapes is the smallest bone. You can easily remember, yes, stapes small. This is the smallest bone in the human body. It joins the incus to the oval window of the inner ear. It is a stirrup shaped with a head, two limbs, and a base. The head articulates with the incus and the base joins the oval window. And these three are the bones of the middle ear.